France, known for its champagne, croissants, and flourishing fashion industry, is grappling with economic challenges, sparking concerns about its future. Despite being a grande nation with a vibrant economy, tough times have emerged. Economic anxieties, including labor market shortages, pension reforms, and rising inflation rates, are fueling uncertainties, leading some to question, is France on the brink of collapse? To understand the present, let's rewind and trace the trajectory of the French economy. The post-World War II decades, known as the Trente Glorieuses, marked a period of significant economic transformation. Fueled by the Marshall Plan and the Wirtschaftswunder model, France experienced sustained growth, improved living standards, and a thriving industrial landscape. Initiated by the United States in 1948, the Marshall Plan provided substantial economic aid to revive Western Europe. France received over $2.7 million, playing a vital role in modernizing infrastructure, rebuilding key industries, and investing in new technologies. This capital infusion was pivotal in jump-starting France's economic recovery. France drew inspiration from the Wirtschaftswunder model of West Germany. The model underscored free market principles, export-oriented growth, and the implementation of social welfare programs. Throughout the Trente Glorieuses period, GDP growth consistently exceeded 4%, reaching peaks of over 7% in the early 1960s. In the Trente Glorieuses era, the French auto industry, led by Peugeot and Renault, experienced significant growth. Car production soared from 200,000 units in 1946 to over 2 million in 1973, driven by rising consumer demand and government support for increased car ownership. Simultaneously, France's renowned luxury fashion houses, including Chanel and Dior, thrived. This era saw substantial growth in the sector, driven by rising disposable incomes and a global fascination with French couture. The Trente Glorieuses wasn't solely defined by economic figures. It profoundly influenced French society. The combination of increased wages and social welfare programs resulted in elevated living standards, enhanced healthcare, and improved access to education. Since joining the European Union in 1958, France has experienced a noteworthy economic transformation with substantial gains. The EU's single market, by removing internal trade barriers, has created extensive opportunities for French businesses. France's exports to other EU countries have nearly tripled, establishing the nation as a significant player in international trade, notably in the car industry. Renowned French brands like Peugeot and Renault, recognized for their style and performance, exported over 50 billion euros in 2020 alone. This impactful export translates to over 8.5 million French cars navigating European roads. French luxury goods, including Louis Vuitton handbags and Cartier watches, brings in over 35 billion euros each year, making France the world's second largest exporter of luxury goods. This trade expansion acted as a catalyst for economic growth and job creation across various sectors, spanning agriculture, manufacturing, services, and tourism. The EU's backing of free capital and labor movement has drawn substantial foreign investment to France, particularly in high-tech sectors like aerospace and pharmaceuticals. For example, Safran, a French multinational specializing in aircraft engines and avionics, is a key partner in major airframe programs with a global workforce of over 58,000. The introduction of the euro in 1999 presented France with a stable and internationally recognized currency, streamlining cross-border trade and financial transactions. The shared currency initially brought stability, boosting confidence and driving free trade. France's GDP surged to a peak of 6.9% in 2021, establishing it as a European economic powerhouse. However, beneath the surface, challenges emerged. Free trade exposed French industries to tough competition, leading to job losses and stagnant wages. The manufacturing sector, once robust, saw a steady decline in its GDP share. The 2022 crises, including the pandemic and the Ukraine war, induced energy crisis, caused inflation, declining consumer confidence, and a notable drop in France's GDP to 0.6% in 2023. Amid these challenges, France grapples with the cost of living crisis intensified by the Ukraine war, disrupting energy supplies and agricultural exports, leading to global price surges. France's heavy reliance on imported energy, especially for electricity and fossil fuels, amplifies the impact. Despite having the world's second largest fleet of nuclear reactors, France still imports about 20% of its electricity for peak demand, and 90% of its oil, and 70% of natural gas, primarily from Russia, Norway, and Algeria. While not entirely dependent on external energy sources, the significant reliance on imports exposes vulnerabilities to price fluctuations and geopolitical uncertainties. This situation prompts questions about the causes of France's economic stagnation. Was it a mirage fueled by cheap money and easy trade, or do deeper structural issues contribute to the downturn? The country's energy sector grapples with structural challenges, relying heavily on nuclear power with limited renewable sources. This has led to a 15% plus surge in energy prices in the past year, burdening households. Families face tough choices, sacrificing essentials to afford utilities, making the nation vulnerable to global energy market fluctuations. Food inflation reached a record 14.5% in February 2023, affecting essentials like pasta, bread, and dairy products with sharp increases. This surge is imposing a substantial strain on household budgets, particularly for low-income families that allocate a larger proportion of their income to food expenses. While France's struggles align with those of many European countries facing similar inflationary pressures, the situation in France is distinctive due to its dependence on imported energy and inherent challenges within its housing market. As of December 2023, the country's inflation rate is 4.1%, exceeding the Eurozone average of 2.9%. but trailing behind Spain 3.3% and Switzerland 2.1%. Now, let's delve into another critical issue, France's unemployment rate, which has hovered around 7.3% in recent months. While this figure is lower than the Eurozone average of 8.1%, there are evident instances of labor market tensions and mismatches that pose a threat to future growth. Certain sectors, such as finance and technology, showcase low unemployment, while others struggle with significant labor shortages, notably in the healthcare sector. France requires an estimated 200,000 additional healthcare workers by 2030. Shortages are affecting hospitals, nursing homes, and rural areas. Within the hospitality sector, the post-pandemic tourism surge has surpassed the availability of qualified staff, leading to vacancies in hotels, restaurants, and travel agencies. The construction sector is experiencing delays in ambitious infrastructure projects and housing initiatives due to a shortage of skilled builders, electricians, and plumbers. These shortages create a ripple effect as the competition for talent in understaffed sectors drives up wages, potentially fueling concerns about inflation. While France boasts one of the largest populations of highly educated individuals in Europe, a puzzling paradox plagues its economy: underemployment among young graduates. Despite their qualifications, many struggle to find fulfilling jobs that match their skills, often leading them to seek opportunities abroad. This brain drain phenomenon has several consequences. France loses valuable contributions from its skilled workforce when graduates emigrate. Their innovation, knowledge, and entrepreneurial spirit could be driving domestic growth and prosperity. With talented young individuals leaving, companies may face difficulties finding employees with the specific skills they need. This can hinder productivity and economic dynamism. Estimates suggest around 3 million highly educated French individuals live and work abroad. A 2022 study by the OECD revealed that around 40% of French graduates under 35 were considering working abroad. This phenomenon cost the French economy an estimated 100 billion euros annually. Several factors contribute to these labor market tensions, including France's aging population, which leads to a smaller pool of potential workers entering the labor market. This brings us to the next problem that has ignited much anger among the French population in recent months. These were the proposed reforms by President Macron, aimed at increasing the retirement age and simplifying the complex pension landscape, leading to nationwide protests, strikes, and political controversies. Examining the plan, the proposal involved a gradual increase in the minimum retirement age from 62 to 64 by 2030. This aligns with trends observed in many developed countries, where rising life expectancy necessitates adjustments to ensure the solvency of pension systems. For instance, Germany raised its retirement age to 66 in 2012 and plans a further gradual increase to 67 by 2031. Italy is also gradually raising its retirement age to 67 by 2023, with additional reforms in the pipeline to address long-term sustainability concerns. France, which currently operates 42 separate pension regimes, resulting in disparities and inefficiencies, aim to create a single, unified system with fair contribution rules and benefits through this reform. Additionally, to qualify for a full pension, the required number of contribution years would gradually increase from 42 to 43 by 2027, spreading the burden across a longer working life. The reforms have faced strong opposition from unions, left-wing parties, and a significant portion of the public. Key concerns raised included the aging of the French population and the generous pension benefits create a growing budgetary burden. France is burdened with an enormous national debt exceeding 3 trillion euros, which is approximately 112% of the GDP. This figure surpasses the average of developed countries and threatens to limit future investments in infrastructure, education, and other crucial areas. One of the simplest thoughts is this: the longer people work, the more they contribute, and the less pressure the system faces. However, critics rightly point out the potential uneven impact. Manual laborers and those who started working young may not be physically able to work longer. Finding new jobs close to retirement can be daunting. Additionally, unions fear the reforms could weaken the social safety net. Longer contribution periods and potential benefit cuts could leave vulnerable populations worse off. The French economic landscape faces both challenges and opportunities. The economy, while vibrant, grapples with issues like inflationary pressures, labor market shortages, and pension concerns. The debates over pension reforms underscore the need for careful balance. Yes, raising the retirement age is crucial, but it's vital to consider the potential impact on manual laborers and those who started working young. Now, is France on the brink of a downfall? Well, it's a bit like sailing through choppy waters. There's potential for rough patches, especially with the national debt hovering over 3 trillion euros. Yet, France has a strong economy, and with strategic maneuvers, it can navigate these challenges. So, what steps can they take? Boosting economic growth is key. France needs to create more jobs and improve competitiveness. Addressing the concerns about pensions, ensuring fair opportunities for all in the job market, and managing inflation rates effectively will see it escape this collapse. It's not about drastic measures, it's about thoughtful, targeted efforts. If they steer in the right direction, France can not only overcome these challenges, but also move towards a more prosperous and sustainable future.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the news it fits. Some loose shit, a stupid myth you choose.